This is Dr. Vaishali and I'm reading from the book Structure, book written by Dr. Rajan Sankaran, novel gases, and today's medicine is argon. Property of argon. Argon is a highly stable chemical element which is colorless, odorless, tasteless and non-toxic in both its liquid and gaseous form. Argon is inert under most conditions and form no confined stable compound at room temperature. Argon is often used as a suitable safe and inert atmosphere for the inside of filament of light bulbs. Understanding of the argon. Row 3 issue of the identity and nourishment and care. I have an identity and I am contented with it. The opposite feeling is also present. Total absence of care when the care was needed, and then need to develop within the self and to feel complete within the self without somebody providing the care and nourishment. Now, crux of the argon case by the lyric deck. Important words are highlighted by in this literature. I will mention. Case of the 53-year-old male first seen in the doctor October 2004 with the complaint of headache and irritable bowel syndrome. Now patient says not a lot wrong. No, my lot in life. I'm okay with it. A large percentage of the time I feel nothing is wrong. Quite contented. I was quite contented. A bit of something with my bowel now and then. It alternates between the constipation and the loose motions. Not knowing what will happen. Bowels not complete at all every time. When things are normal, one feels complete. It is not predictable. In traveling, never know how things will pass. And I feel dizzy and floating feeling. This is a dark the highlighted words are dizzy, floating feeling. Previously highlighted words were quite contented feeling. I will read again after this case highlighted word, right? One is either getting healthier or going in the other direction. Now doctor asked, tell me more. Patient said, bowel condition can be awkward and disconcerting. I can't see what is affecting the function. I am not able to have much effect. I am better at answering specific questions. Do you have any specific questions? Doctor said, ask me about, doctor asked, concern, with a question mark, ask concern, what concern? And patient says, stool is loose. Small moment leaves a fleeting of things not being complete. Mostly it is incomplete. Highlighted word is incomplete. Incomplete movement. It is unpredictable. It changes. If have a normal bowel movement, I feel complete. Is this normal or not, doctor? And doctors ask, normal? Doctor asked in a questions, normal? And patient said, moment, but it doesn't feel empty, not complete. Here the words highlighted are empty, not complete, and inconsistency. What affect the functioning of the bowel? Want to maintain a balanced functioning of the system, and inconsistency, I find it disturbing me. Inconsistency is a highlighting word. I have been trying to analyze how to proceed. Research, so many conflict opinion, so that little inconsistency is there. Little consistency and somewhere there is an inconsistency. Very few professionals agree. Too many factors in the equation. Now doctor said, which are the conflicting factors? And she said, various digits are involved. Equation is not balanceable. This is highlighted word. Equation is not balanceable. You can't combine meters and moles and logarithms. The function could be division or multiplications or subtractions. Factor in the equation circulate around. Equations need component that functions or functions are being performed on. Or there is no equation. If you don't have a number, how do you add or subtract? If all the factors are not clear or revealed yet, the equation is unworkable. It's incomplete if the factors are not all revealed and understood. It is very unpredictable. Here the word highlighted is unpredictable. It is very unpredictable when I travel. I can't foresee the behavior of the digestive system. I often research before I go to the city. Doctor again asked in the question mark, unpredictable. And she said, you never know where you will be. I like to know the variable so there is a complete picture and then you can base your projection. I am not content. This is the highlighted word. I am not content. I am aware of them all. Balancing equation is the puzzles. As equation is puzzles, a puzzles to balance. A solution to a puzzle is balancing it. Elements that are not understood. I grew up in an unstable home. Here the word is unstable, highlighted. And disconnect. This is also the second word which is highlighted. Disconnect. Painfully shy, couldn't connect with people. I was social misfit. I didn't understand the parameter of the social interaction. The world of people is chaotic and unpredictable. Here the highlighted word is chaotic and also unpredictable. World of my family was this way. I perceive it was this way for all the people. I learned and become interested in how things were categorized in a shop, sections, patterns, shapes, etc. I have no idea how to communicate in a social exchange. I create my own world, studied and looked at different theories of the maths and chemistry. Nothing can come into my world and not interacting with the world around me. I am very much detached, separate from everything. This is the highlighted words. These are the highlighted sentence. I am very much detached, separated from everything. My father died in the accident and my mother became very unstable mentally. Eventually she was committed and I was sent to another city with people I had never met. I miss my mother terribly. The only person on the planet I remotely bonded to wasn't able to function. My world needed to be quite complete, peaceful, and all encompassing. I was left in my universe. I was all lonely at the time, but mainly I was content. I was content, complete, separate, detached, and unable to interact with anyone. No connection. This is the highlighted sentence. I was content, complete, separate, detached, and unable to interact with anyone. No connection. Ungrounded, floating sense of time is as very distant concept. Ungrounded, floating sense of time as a very distant concept. This is highlighted word. I used to think I was from another planet. A planet is a remote part of the galaxy and the atmosphere made up of the gases that would be rise up in the colorful cloud, not oxygen based but some pocket of the xenon gas. Gaseous clouds fishing and falling, different colors and depth. Falling different colors and depth. All communication was based in numbers and mathematics. I could feel numbers and pattern and algebraic language. There was a very detailed algebraic language. No need to be completed. The equation is complete. This is highlighted word. No need to be completed. An equation is complete. Now the case analysis. The patient says, my father was killed in an accident. My mother became very unstable mentally. Eventually she was committed and I was sent to another city with the people I had never met. And I miss my mother terribly. The only person in the world I remotely bonded to wasn't able to function. My world needed to be quiet and complete, peaceful and encompassing. I was left in my universe. It was lonely at a time. Here we see issue of the care, nourishment and the identity of the row 3. The patients totally miss his parent and felt incomplete and chaotic and need to be completed. The important words from these cases are dizzy, floaty feeling, hovering, not grounded, dispersed, diffused. These are the words common to gases. Other words were equations, symmetry, number, balance, imbalance, complete, incomplete, consistent, inconsistent, stable, unstable, predictable, unpredictable, order, chaos, cut off, disconnected, in my own world, no interaction, detached, separated, neutral, peaceful, content, unaffected, self sufficient, insular, whole, safe. So the medicine given was argon 200C. He was given 2 doses of the argon 200C followed by 1 dose of the argon 1M later on. After his initial consultation, he followed up once a month for the first 7 to 8 months. He traveled a lot, so many of these appointments were on the telephone, but he was very conscious about his appointment. Follow up in 2007, doctor asked, "How are you doing?" And she said, "Well, the digestive system is functioning well. I have less preoccupation with digestive activity, and the alternation of the bowel activity are much less in my thoughts. I believe I have bowel movement easily each day. Some days I may miss, but my mind is not disturbed, and the activity of digestion does not occupy my mind nearly as much, and I feel much less involved in this aspect of functioning." Doctor said, "What else?" And she said, "This question is quite disconcerting for me. I understand now that you are asking me if there is anything else that I would like to say or add. I am relieved at the absence of concern about the digestive system, and I used to carry various things to help regulate bowel activity on my travel, and now I seldom even consider tablet or supplement in my travels, and the headache are not there anymore. I am not aware of the dull intoxications that accompanied the headache. In these ways, I am feeling quite well. An interesting change has been to do with my exchange with people. I have found interaction with the people different. Now I think you would like me to explain what is different, don't you?" And doctor asked, "Please tell me about changes, the interaction with people that is different." And patients say, "I think I am noticing people more. I am talking to people. I'm not sure why or how it has come about, but I find myself talking with 2 or 3 colleagues, and this is different. I usually don't engage in the conversation with the people. It is unpredictable and often confusing, and I am not sure what the person is actually referring to often. I have found that the exchange with people are risky, and it is difficult to ascertain the level of interaction one is to engage in, what to say, and this uncertainty and risk level of interactions one is to engage in. So this uncertainty and risk led me to silence most of the time, unless the subject was mathematics or the physics or subjects that I could exchange information. But there is a difference. Now unpredictability is slightly acceptable. I know it will occur and find it inevitability and very curious. While I feel reassured, safe with a perfectly balanced equation, I am finding interaction with people who are unstable and inconsistent more tolerable. I find find more tolerance for the chaotic, non-sequitur comment of my co-worker, and one of them actually comes to me with her life situation asking me for the input. And of course I don't have much to offer, but I find her continuity of the complaint interesting. Somehow there is a pattern there, and my discomfort at the inconsistency and incompleteness dissolve. I can hear a pattern. I am not sure I am expressing this aspect of the change fully, and
intangible are not easy to express. My life is getting slightly larger. The orbit has expanded a little. There is a hesitant feeling. I enjoy the ease of everything, complete and predictable, and balance equations. It is a life of sureness and symmetry, a sense of completeness. And but something has changed. I am talking with a few people. I feel apprehensions. My heart beats faster, and I perspire more. I don't know what will happen. What is there to say? The exchange back and forth of conversations is so unpredictable. I am forever wondering what I will say next and what will the other say in response. There are times I withdraw into the contented stability. Disconnected from the social interaction, there are times I miss being so encompassed in my world, neutral and complete, self-sufficient, identity complete, everything is complete. But there are people coming into my circle now, and I am responding. I feel anxiety and apprehensions, sometimes uncomfortable, not as insular, not as remote. I feel this has to do with your remedy. My world is changing. So this is the end of the case. Now next element is krypton. The property of the krypton, this is the gas used in light bulbs because it doesn't corrode the metals, and it is used in the type of lamp, tube light, arc light, flashlight and laser light, which are used by the doctor for eye surgery. It is also put in the Geiger counter and scintillation meter. Understanding of the krypton. The krypton belongs to the meeting point of row 4 and column 18. The feeling in the krypton is I am content with the security, and the opposite feeling of the total absence of security, and then the need to develop it within the self and to feel complete within the self without somebody else providing the security. Now next one is xenon. The property of the xenon, a colorless, heavy, odorless noble gas. Xenon was the first noble gas compound synthesized, and the gas is most widely and most famously used in the light emitting devices called xenon flash lamp. Now understanding of the xenon, it is a issue of the facing new, row 5, issue of the facing new, creativity and the performance. On the one hand, the feeling is I am contented with my ability to face the new situations. The opposite feeling is when needed there was no one to guide me, total absence of the guidance. So they have to develop the ability to face the new within themselves and to feel complete within the self without somebody providing any guidance. Now next is radon. The property of radon is the radioactive noble gas that is formed by the decay of radium. It is one of the heaviest gases, and it is considered to be a health hazard. It is chemically unreactive and highly radioactive. Understanding of the radon, it is for row 6 issue of the responsibility. On one hand, the feeling is I feel completely within myself in the area of taking responsibility. The opposite feeling is when needed, there was absolutely nobody to help take the responsibility. So they had to develop the ability to take the responsibility absolutely within themselves to feel complete without somebody taking their responsibility.